Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Cody Almasy, aka Gin College Analytics from the Gin College Podcast, the Gin Sports Network, and yeah, this is my first Gin and Tonic or G&T. Just short little videos we're going to be doing week to week. John already does them, but this is my first week doing mine. I don't know; it's kind of late, so I don't know if it'll be posted tonight or what. I'm gonna send it through to John, and we'll see what happens. But tonight what I want to talk about. I wanted to actually branch out, do something a little different than football. At least this is in college, even though kind of related to college. We'll get right into it, all right? Today, we're going to be discussing Urban Meyer and his actions of late and his future as the Jacksonville Jaguars head coach. I mean, I'm sure you've all heard about his viral bar video. It's allegedly at his own bar in Columbus, Ohio, called Urban Meyer's Pint House. There's a 7-0 marker in there. I believe that's to his record against my Wolverines during his time as head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes, which he actually retired from the Ohio State Buckeyes, citing health concerns, and he does actually have well-documented health problems. The dude has a cyst on his brain, and colleagues and people who have worked with him on the sidelines in 2018 and 2019. I mean, 2018 is when he retired, so 2018, not 2019. But they said that his memory was starting to lack and all kinds of stuff. I mean, you didn't really see that when he was on Fox and talking about college football and doing some analyst type roles. But with seeing him out at a bar with a young woman in his lap, for a lack of a better word, we'll say she was grinding on him. I don't know if I can't find the video myself. I mean, I seen it initially, but I was just trying to refresh my brain before I went live on the show, and I couldn't find it. But in all the pictures, old girl's in his lap, and his hands are in between his lap, and I don't know, just looks super questionable as a dude who's about to get married. It's insane. I mean, I would never, ever, ever put myself in that kind of situation just to be compromised, to be set yourself up for failure, basically. And this is a man who has kids, a family, and yeah, now he really has shown his ass, and he has everybody in the sports world questioning his competency and his actions. And in my opinion, it's just unexcusable. I mean, I think I'm taking the words right out of Shad Khan, the Jacksonville Jaguars owner's mouth. He's on record for saying he needs to regain the organization's trust and respect. I mean, he's a leader of young men. Like Trevor Lawrence just came from Clemson. That dude just got married. So what it looks like to me is that Trevor Lawrence, his starting quarterback, who's no older than 25, right now anyway, has better values than Urban Meyer as head coach. And he didn't fly back with the team on Thursday night. He just said he was going to visit his grandkids and visit some family in Columbus. And I mean, he was visibly upset. And after that heartbreaking loss to Cincinnati and Joe Burrow, he was under him as a quarterback for one time. So those two have a connection. And yeah, that loss hurt them starting out hot, and then the Bengals eventually coming back and winning. And he said that one hurt, but that is no excuse to go to a bar. And I've read reports that this man was on his 6th G Breezy margarita at the Urban Meyer Pint House. And I did some research for you guys. I actually found their menu, and I figured out what a G Breezy margarita is. It is actually a cucumber jalapeno margarita, which I don't know why you want to have 6 of those. Oh boy, stomach had to be hurting something fierce the next day. But basically just cucumber, some Patron, some citrus liqueur, and then some jalapeno simple syrup. I mean, I've been a bartender for a long time, and 6 of those aren't only going to get you tanked. They are going to be hurting coming out the next day. Jalapeno, tequila. But yeah, despondent at the bar before the video even was shown. And I mean, if you look at the pictures, looking in that man's eyes, he doesn't look like he's all the way there, but that is no excuse for his actions, like I said. And going back to Trevor Lawrence being so young, and just what kind of example does that set for you, and your team? And I've heard reports that him explaining himself and saying that he shouldn't have put himself in that situation, and that the girl was just asking for pictures and all this. His locker room pretty much laughed at him. Those are grown ass men. They know what the hell is going on in the world. They know what's up and down. They know what right from wrong. And they pretty much a joke. And if I was the Jacksonville Jaguars, I would get ahead of this and I would can his ass before he quits, resigns, because I just don't know how he can recover from something like this. I mean, if anybody could, it's Urban Meyer, but this is the NFL, not college, buddy. And these grown ass men aren't going to take your word for what it is. You have to put in the time, the work, and the commitment. And honestly, I just don't know if he can recover from this. It's not the first questionable move that he's made as a head coach, to be honest. He hired that coach that, what was his name? He hired Chris Doyle. Yeah, he was the director of sports performance, and he was accused of being racist and belittling players. And he received backlash for that. The Tim Tebow signing, that was a huge distraction. Everything since he's really got into Jacksonville has been a distraction. And the Jags are the only other 0-4 team other than my Lions. And the outlook is very bleak. Some other questionable moves. He drafted Travis Etienne from Clemson when they already had a solid running back in James Robinson. And then he said he wished he could have drafted Kadarius Toney, but he took Etienne because Kadarius Toney wasn't available. And just the kind of things he's been doing, the actions he's been making. And you're a leader of men, and you got to look yourself in the mirror, Urban Meyer. And is this what you really want, or are you done? Because if you're done, you need to stop wasting all these players' time and get back to your family and figure that shit out before you get your health in trouble. I mean, like I said earlier, his health has always been in question. And Tim Tebow always talks about his health and how his competitiveness and how he didn't know if he was going to be able to handle losing and rebuilding a franchise like the Jacksonville Jaguars, because it's, like I said, it's not college, and you can't just turn things around and go into living rooms and recruit these kids and get them to buy in. This is a whole nother animal. And I thought if anybody could do it, it was going to be him, but I guess everybody out there was right as of right now. So far today, October 5th, 2021, 0-4, Urban Meyer as the Jacksonville Jaguars coach. And it's the hot topic of a crazy scandal. And he's all anybody is talking about. And that's just not what you want for your NFL, your franchise going forward. But hey, guys, don't know how I did. Hope I didn't go on too much, ramble, or confuse anybody. Just excited to give you guys a little extra content. And yeah, everybody have a good night. I'll see you next week, okay? I'm going to try and get out a Michigan highlight video, preview, recap, something of the sort. It's going to be wild getting married. So stay tuned, guys.